On today's episode of the Garagefathers, we're picking up where we left off last time. Last time we drove Paul's beautiful Galaxy over to Hanford Auto Supply and Machine, aka our friend Y-Block guy from the Ham. Now he's got an amazing collection of vehicles and we're gonna give you a full shop tour. We're gonna be doing a feature on one of Tim's vehicles in the near future, so let us know which one is your favorite so that we can consider doing that one for the future in the future. Enjoy the video. There he is.
Hey Paul, how's it going?
Great, Timmy.
How's that Galaxy running?
Running like a dream, thanks to you. I appreciate it.
I hope it's running like a wet dream.
Just ran like a champ the whole way here.
So,
What's happening?
oh, actually we're closed right now, but since I heard you guys are coming, I unlocked the door.
Yeah.
Getting ready to go to Bonneville.
We appreciate that. Yeah.
No problem. Yeah, you know, we got a long drive ahead of us, so
Right.
we'll show you around and
Yeah, we
And we'll
were
have to
hoping
get
you might
going.
show these guys around.
not a problem, not a
Give them
problem.
a little tour, and you know, I thought it'd be cool if you. I don't know if you have something fresh that you built.
I've got a flathead back there that's
Oh,
a real pretty
really?
engine and
Oh, nice.
on the run-in stand and ready
Really?
to break in. Yeah.
Any chance you'd fire it up for these guys?
Oh, I think I could do that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay.
It is something I love. I am happy in my work. You know, they say if you want to hate a hobby, turn it into a job. I don't find that to be true.
Yeah.
I like most aspects of my job, but any business is not perfect. But anyway, if you want to look
true.
around this,
Yeah, you got some cars to show us too, right?
yeah, we'll look up front here first,
And
though.
I noticed you got this.
Again, it used to be a parts store, but now it's kind of my private museum. A lot of things here are for sale, a lot of them aren't for sale. I am a Stromberg 97 dealer and an Offenhauser speed parts dealer.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And so, can people go onto your website? Do you have a website?
I have a website, but it's really just an I Love Me page, me showing off and everything. If you want to buy something from me, call or come in the
Call on
store.
phone. Okay. Very cool.
You can purchase Offenhauser stuff through me or from me through the Offenhauser website. There is a link in there. but-
These are some good-looking shirts. Do you have
Yeah.
them in like 8-man tent size?
Now this is something, this is one of the cars. I made this for my niece's son who just thinks Uncle Timmy is the greatest.
Oh, nice.
And if you look at this car, you'll see that it has some cues taken from my T Roadster that's out here.
The
And-
416.
Yeah,
And the
because
gold.
that's his favorite car. He actually calls it Lightning McQueen, but you know.
How old is he?
4.
4. Does he watch the Garagefathers YouTube channel?
Oh, of course. That's one of his favorite.
Great.
So this is the front shop, mainly the head shop, but it's not, you know, that kind of head shop like they had back in the 70s. I guess that's all passé now, right?
This is where all the money is made.
Yeah, actually, some of the most money-making pieces of equipment in the shop are up here. Cylinder heads are good business. We go through here to the back part of the shop. Note the brick, that's some of that 1906 brick. And you come back here and you can see the age in this part of the building. There's a Rambler back there that I'm sure some of your viewers have seen in your videos. I don't suppose you have told the viewers where you got that beautiful Packard ambulance.
They don't know. You should tell them.
That ambulance was mine at one time. And I just like that Rambler. And actually, it was a good trade because my wife loves that car.
Okay, good.
She drives it everywhere.
My wife did too, but she didn't really drive it. And I admired your Packard for years and years. So When you approached me at the swap meet, I was like,
No, it's
I was happy.
I have no idea what the worth is if it was a direct trade, but
Yeah.
I'm getting more use out of that. So
Yeah, same here. And I fit in the ambulance.
okay, yeah. I hardly fit in that thing. I always hit my head going in, just like you warned me.
Right.
The 2017 Roadster. This is a very winning car at RPM Nationals. I'm going back to defend my title at the end of September. I know if Jay Dean's out there watching, he's gunning for me with his white, was that a 24T he's got?
Yeah. So I know you've got a lot of cars. Do you want to walk us through them real quick, and then maybe we
Sure.
can come back another time and maybe get you to bring one over to our shop and do a feature on
Sure,
that
we can
in the
do
future.
that. Excuse the mess. Again, I've been getting ready for Bonneville. I try to keep this place somewhat tidy. We were working on the race car right here next to the old race car. We have the 62 unibody. I can't say it's the fastest unibody in the world. I think there's a guy out there with a big block Chevy in one that's super fast, but it is.
That's this Y block powered
Sure,
unibody?
you bet. I mean, this is stock configuration. I ran it in production pickup class, so you keep it basically what it came from the factory with, other than a roll cage.
How fast is it going?
150 miles an hour.
Nice.
And the plan is when I hit the 200 plus in the Roadster, I'm going to put the engine in this because I think that's a faster engine than what's in here. They're both the same displacement, but there's something special about
More
that
seat.
Roadster. Yeah, and we're going to get it going faster.
Yeah. Actually, before we met, I followed the build up on
Oh
this.
yeah.
on
No,
the
this
Ham.
this has been 10 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. This is a little Triumph Herald. This is my wife's car. My wife is almost as much a car collector as I am.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Yeah, she likes the little blue things. She has a Model A coupe at home too that's the same color as this.
Nice.
It's a very nice little car. So yeah, these are hers. We have the Y-block powered dragster back here that runs at Eagle Field. That one's been around for better than 10 years now.
Is that a board track racer?
That is an old sprint car. It's almost a conglomeration of parts. I've heard that like the rear part was actually something from the Vukovic family. That's local history. We've been talking about this one a little bit here lately because I plan to put a little V860 in it. We
That'd
need
be cool at
to,
the RPM Nationals.
yeah, we need to bang out, some cowling parts and a nose for it. I do have a little track nose for it already, but it was actually set up for a Model A engine.
Yeah.
But I got a little V860 over here. You need to check that out. That's what's going to go in.
I got to tell you, Tim, I don't often get shop envy, but this is one of those days that I've
Yeah,
got it.
so this is a V860,
Oh,
the
wow.
smaller version of the
I've never
Ford
seen one
flathead
that
V8.
was hot rodded.
I got this guy, got it from a guy in Texas. Actually, he was in Oklahoma when I got it from. His name is Rob Taylor. Shamrock Speed Shop. Shout out to Rob. He's a good guy. He brought this in the back of his Suburban to Lucky Burton's Speed Shop down in Burbank during the Grand National Roadster Show back in 2017, David? Yeah, and he had it in the back of his truck on a crate and fired it up while everybody's standing around drinking beer. And,
Nice.
yeah, it was kind of fun. But I just wanted it, and here it sits on a stand where we could fire it. It's not ready to fire. I'd fire it for you.
Yeah, very cool.
Crank grinding equipment. I was originally hired here to grind cranks, so I hate grinding cranks. There's a 427 side oiler block.
Oh, look at that.
Those are getting kind of rare. I don't
So-
know where you find those.
So
yeah,
you guys might find out more about this in the future. But it's your favorite customer that owns that,
Oh
isn't
yeah,
it?
you bet.
Yeah.
Guy's kind of a pain in the butt though.
Yeah,
Crankshafts don't knock them over. They fall like dominoes.
they do, don't they?
Got an engine right here for
That one's
a
almost as tall as me.
fella down south. This is going in a Model A. It's a 324 Oldsmobile. We're getting it together for him finally. It's been here for a while.
That's like 54, 55?
56
old?
actually,
56?
yeah, 56. It ought to be a really nice engine.
Yeah, cool.
Heads are up front. I mean, it's almost done.
Is it going back in an Oldsmobile?
No, it's going in a Model A.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it's a hot rod engine.
That's where Oldsmobile engines belong.
A few Y blocks. These are projects that are lined up. These are customer engines. Sometimes in this shop, it's hard to tell the customer engines from my engines because I do get sidetracked and play with my own toys.
Right.
Kevin Vaughn's flathead right here, by the way. That one's going to go on that A chassis out in the parking lot.
Oh, okay.
There's a story behind that. We'll tell another day.
Yeah.
Flatheads, flatheads.
By the way, happy anniversary.
Thank you. Yeah, the anniversary. I've owned this car for 41 years. I bought that when I was 16 years old in high school. I have driven that all over the place. All the jokes about British cars, leaking oil, bad electrical, all that, it's true. But if you know how to tinker with them, they're very reliable cars. Just always carry a toolbox with you. That's why I'm so good with flatheads.
Nice.
This car here is a mighty fine example of a barn find. I got it up in Reedley from the granddaughter of a gentleman named Floyd Hammond. He had a gas station up in Reedley back in the day. He actually passed away in '95, and his house had already burned down and he was living in his garage with this car in pieces. I literally went up there, bought this, brought it home in pieces on the back of my truck, assembled it, and drove it.
Wow.
But it had been apart since 1974. This paint job is from 1954. The upholstery is from 1954. Everything on this is like a time capsule from the 50s, and I think it looks like something a kid would have built, you know, with junkyard pieces.
Yeah.
But it's a very nice car. There's no real dents in it. There's no Bondo anywhere. There's no rust. And yeah, it's a really neat car. I like cars with stories.
Yeah, this one's got a great one.
And then I have my A sedan, Y-block powered. That was my first
One of my
Y-block
favorite Model
powered hot
A's of all
rods.
time right here.
And it's a very fun car to drive. David's driven it before. I think he'll attest to that fact. Have the Model A shop truck. It's a little dusty right now. Things get dusty in here quick, but it's got a hopped up 4-banger in it.
It's a plow job.
A plow job.
Plow job, right? Not a gal job?
Oh, okay. I know gal jobs. Anyway, 25T runabout or roadster, whatever you want to call it. This is a very nice restoration, story behind it. Guy built it and he died.
Oh no.
He went for one ride in it.
Wow.
And his family, nobody wanted it. So I bought it. It's like a perfect restoration. It is a very good example of a stock 25 Model T. Tops out, 40 miles an hour, just putt-putt.
What do you think it would run the quarter mile in?
I don't know, you got a hourglass?
35 seconds.
I don't know. And this one here is the next coupe project. It's flathead powered, has a Bowling Brothers chassis under it. By the way, I do like Bowling Brothers chassis. That car has a Bowling Brothers chassis. The red Roadster has a Bowling Brothers chassis. Derek Bowling is a craftsman. I would plug him all the way. He is a good guy and does absolutely phenomenal work.
Yeah.
How's that for kissing up? Column shift, 3-speed overdrive transmission with a flathead. Banjo rear end, open drive line. This car will be full fendered. I want it to be nice. This is the car that I will take my wife out on dates in. We don't do beaters around here.
Right.
We like cars that are finished and shiny, other than the Indian head. My dad's old tractor. My dad bought this tractor back in the 70s, 8N Ford, $1,000. They were $1,000 in 1970. They're $1,000 right now. My dad sold it to a guy, and when the guy was dying, he asked me if I wanted my dad's tractor back. Well, I don't own any property that needs a tractor, but I bought it from him so his wife wouldn't have to deal with it after he passed, and I put a V8 in it, just because.
And it had a
a
banger?
Yeah, the 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
So
What year is it?
it's a 1948 8N.
Yeah.
And it'll do about 30, 35 miles an hour with the stock gearing. No governor on it. It'll probably wheelie and kill me if I hit the throttle just right.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really just for fun. I'd fire it up, but the battery's out of it over here in the test stand, so we can fire up a flathead for you. So this right here is a 59 AB flathead. The 59 stands for the 5 is 1945, the 9 is for 239 cubic inches. They had this from 1945 through 1948. In 1949, they came out with the later style flathead, the 8BA style for the Ford. And this right here is 239 cubic inches. It's been bored and stroked. It's got a Mercury crank that's been offset ground to 4 1/8 inch. Gives it 4 1/8 stroke with a 3 3/8 bore for a total of 296 cubic inches. With the stock heads, this was normally a 6.2 to 1 compression ratio, but now with the extra displacement, it bumps it up to about 8 to 1. So it will have good compression. Dual 97s, brand new 97 Strombergs from England. Very good carburetor, always run right out of the box. Anybody that ever has trouble with jetting on these things, they probably got ignition problems. They are good carburetors. Anyway,
good to know.
We have it primed up. It shouldn't take much to start this. Little throttle.
Got a great idle too.
There are probably some people out there when they hear that want to know what cam's in it. It's a mystery cam. I collect parts from all over the place. Swap meets, garage sales, dead guys estate sales. I think that's where this cam came from. It had absolutely no markings on it, but it had a very interesting looking lobe. It does have 400 thousandths nominal lift, which with 15 thousandths lash gives it a 385 lift. It's not an Isky 400 Junior. It's actually a rather mild cam on the duration, but it does have a little lope to it. But I expect good things from it. When we get it in the car, maybe we can do a follow-up on it when it gets in the car, see how it runs.
Well, I would love to, because that 39 Ford Coupe is my dream car that I'll one day have.
It's mine too, and my dreams came true.
What I learned to drive in at 12 years old.
Well, I didn't have one when I was 12 years old, but I wanted a 1940 Ford pickup when I was in high school, and I was actually going to sell that MGB to buy this 1940 Ford pickup, but I couldn't get anybody to buy it from me. So I couldn't raise the $2,500 I needed to buy a very nice looking 40 Ford pickup with a flathead in it. And so now 41 years later, I finally got my 39 Ford Coupe, and yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Nice.
So,
standing right here are three guys that love cars who also own businesses that can pretty much help you with anything you need. If you need help with insuring your classic car, we're your guys. If you need an engine built for your classic car, this is your guy. If you need an inspection done, if you need an appraisal, something like that, Paul is your guy.
fair enough.
So we're here to help you, all three of us, even though some of us are crankier than others.
Are we looking at me? Or?
Both of you.
Careful
Both
when
of
you
you.
come in
That's
there.
what my wife says.
I was trained by a World War II vet, Depression era raised kid that would run customers out here. I'm not that bad.
Well, thanks for watching, guys. And Tim, thanks for the awesome tour of your shop. It's beautiful. I don't know what your guys' favorite car is, but mine was actually not there. Tim keeps a few cars at his home as well. So maybe we'll see Tim in a future episode of the Garagefathers. Stay tuned.